wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Thank you so much for coming to the Central Valley today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh my gosh, tell our viewers a little bit about your experience as an actress.
Overall, or with this film?
Overall, I want to know what kind of brought
yeah.
you to here before.
Yeah, so I've always been acting in like theater stuff growing up. I always loved
Where'd
this.
you grow up?
Kind of all over the place, but mostly Oklahoma, small
Okay.
town in Oklahoma. I was a shy child.
That is so cool.
And theater was like my safe place, and it was a really, I felt like I could really be myself and express different sides of myself through acting. And it was always just a hobby for a really long time. And then I went to school for it. I got my master's in theater. And then I moved to Austin and started doing mostly commercial work. And then I started directing some short films and everything. I wasn't really thrilled ever about the types of roles I was getting for auditions.
Why is that?
They were one-dimensional. They were girlfriends, or they were. It was about the way they looked instead of their experience.
Right.
And so I was frustrated. So when I started directing, it was stories from the female perspective. And so so I was really focused on that, and I was trying to quit acting, and then I booked The Chosen, which has just changed everything.
No way,
Yes.
right when you were about to quit.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
impressive. Okay.
It was crazy. And so it was finally when I read the script, I'm like, this role I love. It was so multidimensional and complicated and interesting. And so I've been doing that for the last, 6, 7 years. It started off as such a humble project, and it's grown and grown, and has kept me busy. But the last few years, I've been able to do some other projects in between seasons, and this is one of them. So Isaac Norris came up to me after a screening of The Shift, and he said he had a script about a real story about an Armenian family. And I was like, say no more. I'm part Armenian, and I've been wanting to help tell Armenian stories for a really long time. And so I fell in love with the characters and the story. And then we got to shoot it this past March, and so they've done such a fast turnaround, but we filmed it in Romania, and it was just a blast. And the actual Petrosians are just the most wonderful people.
Did you had you ever been there before when you filmed it in Romania? Did you ever be around the surrounding areas, or had you ever gone back to Armenia? So that was like a culture shock.
Yeah. It was, and we were there for about 5 weeks, and the Romanian people and the actors and crew, they were all so fantastic. We had a wonderful time there.
And what was it like kind of being transformed in that role? Because you're like me, you grew up here, but we both have Armenian roots. So did you feel more connected than ever when you were actually there?
There was just something about the writing of this character, and then like watching the home movie clips of them when they were like in the 80s and 90s, and I just saw so much of my grandmother and great-grandmother in this character. I grew up hearing my grandmother and great-grandmother speak Armenian to each other, and I just always knew there was a sense of pride in being Armenian. And then as I got older, I found out the plight of Armenian people and why that pride is there. And so as an actress, as I've gotten older, I've just like anytime I get a chance to help tell these stories, I'm so eager to do it.
What has your family said about the movie so far?
So they not all of them have seen it yet. My brother and sister-in-law have seen it, and then my mom's seen some clips. And I'm really excited for them to get to see the whole thing. They all just cry.
And so the real Petrosians, you've gotten to interact with them a lot.
Yeah.
And what are they like?
Amazing. They're just so full of love and kindness. And I got to meet them while we were filming. And there was one scene in particular where I was telling a story on the stand in the jury, or during the trial, and the real Violetta was sitting in the audience, and so I was like telling her story back to her and seeing her reaction, which just was a nice emotional loop, but it was really special for them to be there while we were making it.
That is so impressive. And
really
then
sweet.
You're the wife of a rocket scientist. That's what you play. So that's in education. So what did you do to go through transform into this role?
A lot of it was the accent, the dialect, because they were born and raised in Azerbaijan. There was sort of a Russian type accent. And emotionally, I was kind of pulling from some personality traits from my grandmother and great grandmother. This strength that they have and this warmth, but they they know when to sort of put their emotions aside and like take care of business and make sure that everyone's safe. So, I pulled a little bit from my own family, and
my last question is, this movie's so powerful, so beautiful. Thank you so much for acting, and you do so great. What went through your mind in character when you said that line that you were lower than grass?
Oh yeah, that was a rough scene. When I first read that scene just in the script, it broke my heart. And then when we were filming it, I was lucky because the actress who plays the principal is a sweetheart. She's so nice. So in between takes, she was like extra nice to me. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's such a demeaning request from her, and you know, my character knows that she can't get this job unless she does this. And so for the first few times that she says it, she just says it without believing it. And then I think she gets to a point where it really hurts her, where she might believe it for a moment. Yeah.
So you know a little bit about Armenian. Did you learn any more when you filmed this?
Yeah, so I didn't really know much as I was growing up. So all I knew was the food was great, and I wish that I could speak Armenian so I knew what my
we need the bad words,
grandmother
right?
would say.
That's what they teach us.
And so yeah, and then as I got older, I have an Armenian friend, and she kind of, kind of taught me what the Armenian people have gone through in so many different chapters over the course of history. And so, yeah, so since it hasn't really been publicly acknowledged until very, very recently, I don't think many people know what Armenian people have gone through. So I hope that this is a film that can bring some light to it.
And did you know a lot about this war? I mean, we've had a lot of wars. I knew a lot about the genocide. This was like a time in history I didn't really know much about. Yeah. And this part of it. So what did you learn through learning this little part of history? Did you know about it?
I didn't know. Yeah. So while we were doing it and reading up about it, and just what the film shows too, it's such a shift. It's such a quick change, where this family was hoping that the Soviet Union would protect them because they said they would. And then there's these Armenian neighborhoods and communities that just got overnight brutalized and attacked, and they were so smart to quickly get out. And it was in the actual story and in the film, they have to go overnight. They just have to leave. So they go to Volgograd, and they are technically protected there. So the government allowed them to stay there, but they still faced threats and bullying and harassment. And so the whole idea of what home means and looking for home, and then they find it through their faith is I think a unique take on this story.
Are you going to travel anywhere over there to promote this movie?
Nothing is announced yet, or nothing is planned as far as I know. So not that I know of, but I would love to. I would really love to.
And so I assume you're going to do more Armenian projects in the future. If you
I would love to. I really, really would. I'm, always open to read scripts and everything, and keep helping tell this story.
Since you directed a little bit yourself, have you thought about writing and directing one?
I have. I actually am in the process of working on really preliminary a feature film. It's not an Armenian story, but it is a very empowering story for women. But that is something in the future that I think this would be something to continue to spotlight.
Awesome. Well, we are all going to support and watch the movie. So thank you so much for meeting us today. You're an inspiration. We're going to follow your work. Where do we follow you? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram's Elizabeth Tabish, and I've got a website, elizabethtabish.com.
And you'll tell us everything that happens when we follow you. So everybody follow this girl.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for being here in Fresno. What inspired you to direct a movie about Armenia?
It started with this family. I was approached to originally do a rewrite for this film. A rewrite turned into many, many drafts of the script. And through that process, I got to know the Petrosian family, absolutely fell in love with them. And of course, I started to learn. I knew I'm a history buff, so I knew the Armenian plight, but it wasn't until diving into writing of this script that I learned more and more and more and realized that Armenians are essentially probably the most persecuted group of people in history. Armenians and the Jewish people have just, for the last, especially the last 2,000 years, have been extremely persecuted. And so I just hoped that I could do this family story a justice. And once I got so deep into the script, I asked if I could direct a film as well, because I had directed in the past, but it had been about 10 years since I had made a film. And I was so close to them and the project and everything with this period that fortunately everybody involved said, yeah, let's go for it. You know, we think that you will serve this story well, even though you're not Armenian. So, and maybe you'll even have a slightly different outsider's perspective to tell this story. And that's where it began.
Were you surprised just about the culture, how Armenians were the first Christians to declare Christianity as a state in the Western world?
I was very surprised to learn that. And that was sort of one of the things that makes sense of why they have been so persecuted, especially geographically speaking, where Armenia is. All the nations it's been surrounded by, all the empires that have tried to wipe them out, tried to invade many, many times, as you know. And so that was a big journey for me, you know, learning all of this. And I was surprised to learn that Armenians were the first Christian nation, and also blessed to learn that, you know, and it made me that much happier to be able to tell this story.
And I'm going to give away what you told me when the cameras were off about how you lived in Glendale. Did that help you a little bit with getting to know?
I know, maybe living in Glendale hopefully made me an honorary Armenian for a while. I don't know. But I loved living in Glendale, and of course I had many Armenian neighbors during those years. And so who knows? Maybe just, you know, this was a long time coming, and it was meant to be a part of it. You know?
So 3 weeks? How does somebody pull it off in such a short amount of time? That's what I'd like to know.
It was 3 weeks prep and 4 weeks shoot, and it was just insanity. We had a very tight window of when we were able to shoot because of Elizabeth's schedule, and I just didn't sleep. It was just meticulous planning with my team, and we just didn't. We prep, and but you know, I've got toddlers and a baby at home, so I am used to not sleeping. So it was fine. You know, we just got the work done.
What do you think of Fresno? Is this your first time in the Central Valley?
This is my first. This is my first time in Fresno, yes, but I've sort of driven through and been on trains to the Central Valley, but I think I haven't seen much yet outside of this complex. But as I was driving in today, I was actually surprised at how big Fresno was. I thought it was going to be a smaller town, but it's actually kind of a city. And that downtown that I drove by earlier, I want to go check it out and see what it's like.
So what else can we see, future, past? Tell our viewers to get to know a little bit about the white man that did Beyond the Borders.
I mean, I'm not that exciting, to be honest. Just like a guy, a family man. I've made a couple films in the past that admittedly are not my favorite projects, but I was learning in those years. I've done a lot of commercials over the years, but Between Borders is my passion now and the thing that I'm most proud of. So honestly, I would tell people just watch Between Borders and share that film, because this is the only thing I'm genuinely happy with.
And everything in the future from here on out. Do we
well.
have anything in the future that you could tell us about?
There is a Texas football movie also based on a true story set in the 80s that looks like I will be writing soon. There's also a New York Times best-selling book in the faith-based space that I don't want to say the name yet because we haven't secured the rights, but I am working towards securing those rights, and I pitched the author my take for the film, which he seemed to like. I wrote something original on spec recently that Liz is going to star in, and hopefully we can get the financing for that in the next year or two and get that made. That's a film that would shoot in Portugal. So we'll see. You know, we've got a few things percolating, but as you know, with film, you just never know if it's actually going to get made or not.
Do you feel like all the hard work's finally paying, all the sacrifice? You were doing stuff to get a paycheck, the commercials and everything, and now you're doing something that's going to touch people, that means something, that people are going to cry when they see it. Well, how does that make you feel?
It's wonderful. I still cry when I watch this movie every time. I'm probably the biggest crier in the theater, It's like you said, words can't describe what it's like to actually make something that you genuinely love and see people love it too, because isn't that the great hope, is that we can tell good stories and meaningful stories. And yeah, I've done a lot of things over the years to pay the bills, like videos on how to carve with a knife and whatever healthcare stuff, whatever you can think of, commercials in Houston about recycling. So it's nice to actually, do something like this, something meaningful.
Well, I thought that movie was very good. I can't even believe that it just took that short of a time. I mean, you hear about these directors that take 9 months to make something amazing. So I think that's a testament to how great of a director you are.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've worked on some bigger projects where I wasn't the director, and have seen what it's like to have a lot of resource and get the opportunity to have a lot of time. And I envy that kind of resource, but we just didn't have that on this film. This budget was next to nothing. Our marketing budget is next to nothing. It's been a grassroots effort. It felt like a family making this thing.
How have you been received in the Armenian community after all of this?
Oh man, it's been great. It's Armenian community in Texas has very much embraced me, out here as well. And then next week we're doing screenings in New York for Knights and Daughters of Vartan, and so that'll be a fun ride too. And they told me, like, get ready, the New York Armenians are a little more intense than the California Armenians, so they're gonna all try to take you home.
That is so great. What's your social media so everyone can follow you?
It's just Mark Freiburger on Instagram.
And I hope you're good at posting updates and we're gonna be on what you're doing.
Yeah. I'll get better at it. My Instagram's always been private because it's just pictures of my family and me, but now I need to get better about doing film stuff on Instagram. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Welcome to Central Valley, and thanks for all you've done for the Armenian community.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
I love this place. So you guys have been open how long now?
Since November of 2024.
So it is very new.
It is, and it's bright, it's vibrant. It has a really big bar setup, and we also have a small reception space to hold different type of events.
And you were running the other hall that you guys had. Tell us about that, because I've interviewed you years ago. We talked about that. That was fun. Tell us about how that's going.
Thank you. Yes, so Parkview Event Place is owned by the same person that has this really beautiful restaurant. And we're able to do small receptions here, but we also can do really large gatherings at the Parkview Event Place.
And those are like for weddings and stuff.
Yes, that's
And then
correct.
this is where we can have like a birthday party, bachelor party, baby shower, all kinds of things. You have a whole room for that too.
Exactly.
So how was it taking over this place? Because obviously there was like some history here. There was a fire. There was all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
What was the process like?
It was lengthy. Like with anything opening up a business, there's a lot of city hoops that you have to jump through.
Especially in Clovis. This is considered Clovis.
Yes, yes, exactly. And then, so basically just getting up to speed with all the codes and making sure that we're operating in the best way possible as how the regulations were set up for us. So, and we were able to get through it. It took a long time, a couple months, but it felt like a long time because we were so anxious. We really wanted to open, and we already had one restaurant running. It was actually, to kind of back up a little bit, we started with the venue. We started doing catering. The catering did so great that we opened up a restaurant.
Where's that at?
By the Sierra Vista Mall. And then that one did so well that we're like, all right, now we need an even bigger place, and we want to have a full service bar.
And this is a great location. I love this location. The event space that you have is in Fresno on. Where's the location of the big?
Yes, it's like in South Fresno off of American and 99.
And that's where they have the weddings and the ballroom.
Exactly. Yes.
So you guys are all over the place. It's like a big triangle from there to Sierra Vista to here, and so I heard you're actually going to be opening part of the brewery part of it a little bit, having some beers here.
Yes, that's correct. And so that's in the works. Our owner, Aman, he always has something that he's like working on.
Well, you have the space for it, so it was
yeah.
like, let's do it. You have the resources.
And he has lots of ideas, and so yeah, and I'm just kind of like his right-hand person.
You coordinate everything. You've been doing this for years.
Exactly, yeah, that's correct. And so I'm usually the person that's like, okay, let's think about that, like, you know, and so, but it's fun. I love all his ideas, and I'm always for it, and I'm ready to jump on his new projects.
So what's harder, running the restaurants or the event space?
I'm going to say the restaurant, even though I myself used to own a restaurant in the past. Definitely the food industry or restaurant business is a whole other situation because everything has to be like tip top, and you know, with the health department and clients and customer satisfaction, it's just like, it's different. And I'm just so used to the venue side of things. I think I really love that. I love the weddings. I love the venue. I think I
think that'd be more stressful, so it's not?
I mean, I guess it could.
They just have different kind of stresses.
Different type of stresses, and I think I like that kind of stress better. Yeah, I'm happy with that side. Yeah. So he told me like, hey, come manage the restaurant. I'm like, I can't manage both. I'm like, it's one or the other. I'm gonna stay at the venue. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So then you're coming here sometimes. So,
yeah.
What's your favorite meal here?
Okay, so I like the fish pakora. And let's see what else do we have.
Fish.
Yes, exactly. I love fish too. We do have some really good vegetarian options. I love vegetarian dishes. So like a lot of like the mixed veg plate, and so there's just like the menu is really big. There's a lot to choose from. I love Indian food. I can eat it like I
can't get enough of it, right?
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
Exactly. Yes, I'll eat it all the time. So in reality, to me, all the dishes are really great. But I always have my comfort food, which is going to be like your typical, like your rice with your like chicken, like a chicken rice plate. That's going to be my favorite. But like I mentioned, the fish pakora, I don't know, something about it I really like. It's like a fried fish. I really like that one.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so people always think this food's going to be really spicy. I love spicy food. But you guys have a lot of non-spicy options. Let's talk about those.
Yes. So for example, if somebody was interested in any of the dishes, we can make them non-spicy. Or they can be infused with more spice if they want, you know, a little bit more of that kick in their dish. So we can definitely adjust the dishes for them.
Mm-hmm. And so what is the specialty here? What's the thing everybody goes gaga over? I think I had the butter chicken the last time I was here.
Yes. Yeah, so I was going to say that's, I guess, most people's like common or comfort food that they tend to go to when they come here. Like that's what they've always known. And so they tend to pick that, but I feel like there's a lot of good options that you can kind of go dibble dabble into to start getting like familiar with some of these other really great dishes that we have. We have other great chicken dishes. So there's also like the chicken pakora. There we have like the chili chicken. That one's really good too.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. So there are other options, and but yeah, like the common one that people tend to pick, it is gonna be your butter chicken. But hey, it's great, and you know what? If you know what you like and that's what you want to eat here, no problem. We'll make it for you.
And the fresh naan is so yummy.
Exactly.
And butter. You guys put fresh butter on it.
Exactly. Yeah. So we make our naan bread. Yes, we do put the butter on there. So when it comes out, it's not gonna feel like stale or hard because you know we just made it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So when you cater, you're still doing the other venue.
Yeah.
And then when you have it catered, do you bring the food from here over there? How does that work?
Yes, so actually at the venue side, we do have a kitchen that we built there. So when we do catering, we tend to do the...
because you could do bigger?
Yes, exactly. So we're able to do the bulk of the food for catering services out there at the venue.
What's the biggest event that you've had? How many people are at the biggest?
It's common in Indian weddings to be between like sometimes 500 to 600. We've served that amount of guests.
Or you like, wow.
Yeah, it was big. Yeah.
This is more stressful than that. That's so funny. I can't imagine.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess because it's like I don't know. There's just something that I really love about doing those type of events because it's usually the weddings. They're really exciting. The couples are, you know, there's that love component to it. There's something different. Everybody there, like they're like family, they're friends, or there's like a whole list of activities that are happening throughout the day. So it's just like a different type of vibe versus just kind of seeing like random customers come in throughout the day. It's a little different, you know. So and you work with those families for months to prepare for their event. So when that day finally happens,
you're really like family. You're part of the family at that point.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get to hear everything that goes on behind the scenes. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet you. Has there ever been like some fights that go down? You wonder if the wedding's even going to happen.
Yes, that has happened also, and but you know what? Can't judge. We just got to keep going with the flow.
Okay, so we have these huge, big screen TVs in here. So are people coming and watching the game? I know I saw the other day when I was here the football game. So explain that. You have the Indian restaurant, but then you can watch football. You have good music. What else you guys got here?
So the owner definitely wanted to create kind of like that vibe of a place where you can come and relax like after work. We are next door to the Clovis Hospital. So if people want to come on their lunch break and they just kind of want to hang out, watch TV and drink a couple of beers, mixed drinks, maybe not because they got to go back to work, I don't know, but enjoy maybe some appetizers. Yeah, we want to create that type of atmosphere. A place that you can like lounge around, hang out, have fun, chit chat, that kind of thing. And then, we have the ambiance with the music, the lighting. The staff are really friendly, so we definitely try to instill that in the staff to always be very look after the customer, check on them, see how they're doing, that kind of thing.
So I see you got other things. This doesn't look all Indian food. So what's with the burgers?
Oh, okay. So we do have an Indian burger. It's called the Indian Noodle Burger, but we can also do regular American burger. So we are the name of our restaurant is Fusion Indian Cuisine. So Fusion, we try to infuse other cultural foods because we know that those are also comfort foods for other people, and sometimes they just want to get something that they're familiar with, still come and enjoy the bar, but maybe they just want to stick to like a burger.
Because in a lot of Indian restaurants you can't even have beef, so that's pretty interesting. You guys have that here, so you cater to everybody.
Yes, that's correct.
So what is the Indian burger though? How is that different?
Okay, so that one is a noodle burger. So it's out of a chickpea patty, and then with like noodles on it.
Oh, I gotta try that. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a veggie burger.
Correct. Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Well, I used to be a vegetarian, so that would be really good. I like a good veggie burger every now and then.
Yes.
And then you have a full liquor license, a full sap bar. So what are some of your favorite drinks?
I'm gonna stick to what I like, which is gonna be mojitos. I'm very simple.
That's good. Not a lot of places makes it good. You actually with the mint and everything.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh my gosh, that's
great.
And
I love those.
Not everybody has mint on stuff, so you can't make a good mojito
Exactly.
everywhere. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's when you come here and one you unwind.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
After going crazy at the other venue, right?
I'm just gonna shoot over to the restaurant and enjoy it. Yeah, something at the bar. Yeah.
Well, I'd love to see a tour of this place, especially the big private room where everybody could rent out and have parties there.
Yes, that's correct. So thank you.
I love this room. It's huge. You're a part of everything that you're far away. This is like one of the prettiest, actually, private rooms I've ever seen.
Yes. I would say this is even great for like a micro wedding. We can host up to 60 guests in here.
Or the party before, the dinner before.
Exactly.
That one.
Yes, if you want to do your rehearsal dinner, this would be great. The chandeliers are really beautiful. They hang really like low. They're long. They're beautiful. And then we always try to keep it very pristine in here because this is like our presentation room. We want people to start getting the idea of what it's going to look like. So even if it's going to be a simple, like small, what they consider maybe just like a birthday party.
Or quinceañera.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter in reality what type of event they're going to have. I think we can still create something really great here. We can also do like drapery. There's like a lot that we can
And it's
do.
separate. I love how it's so separated.
Yeah.
So it's like you can kind of be loud in here without feeling. Because when you're like at a restaurant, but you're in a back booth, but it's not a room, and then you can be loud and everyone's looking like, what's that part? No one can.
No, yeah.
You can kind of see in out, but no one's like, divided. You could be kind of loud and rowdy. I get loud, so if I was having a party here, I'd.
Yeah, and that in part is because we did actually close off part of this room to be able to like control the noise from the outside.
That's what it seems like. Yeah,
we
like
did. So these windows, these walls, they were created. It wasn't there when we got here.
I would love to see your before and after pictures, especially because I don't know if you know this, when you guys got in here, how bad was the damage from the fire and the things that had happened?
Actually, I hadn't seen any of like the fire issues. When I came, the work was already in progress.
Okay, so they might have already been cleaned before you guys got involved.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Because this looks all brand new. It looks like all freshly built.
Yes.
Did you guys design this and the wood and everything?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So Aman found an architect that's really good at like the whole like construction and creating and So he's really good at like finding people menu that are really good at certain trades, and then he was like, all right, the good thing is that he allows us to kind of throw in our vision, and I think I love that about him.
That was part of the fusion part, right?
Yes, exactly.
You get to fuse your ideas, and
yeah.
I absolutely love that. This like, we still got some of the brewery stuff. I like it. It's like people having a party right there painted on the door.
Yes.
This is like fun and classy. Like I said, you could really, the number of like parties you could ever endless between like having something casual and having something really fancy.
Exactly.
So what are your hours?
Yes, we're open daily from 11 to 10, except Friday, Saturdays is 11 to 11.
Oh, I love that. And there was at one point you guys were doing the free breakfast thing. Is that still happening, or sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes. It just depends. Sometimes we like to throw in certain kind of promos to get in more customers and flow of traffic in here. So it just kind of varies. Like we're thinking of working on a Valentine's promo, that kind of thing. So
that's what I was told. The Valentine's promo.
Yes.
So we don't know what's happening for Valentine's Day.
We're still like kind of putting something together, figuring out exactly what we want to do. But
for couples or friends, as a Galentine's.
Yeah, probably Galentine's, because we know that not everybody has a honey that they want to bring on their Valentine's date. Maybe, I don't know, they want to bring somebody else. That's okay.
Or their Sancho.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we want to rent this out, what are we looking at? Just I ballpark, because I know it varies from if you're having a wedding party or a quinceanera.
It's actually very inexpensive to book here. Our current rate, because we do want to increase the bookings here, is $250. That's the amount of the deposit, and then whatever they consume after that. So, and then that's a 3 to 4 hour reservation. So
that's not bad at all.
It's not. Yeah. So eventually, I'm sure that's going to change, as it did with the venue. But for right
now, that's why you guys got to jump on that now. If you know,
exactly.
While it's hot, while the deal's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's a year later, then you're like, hey, I booked it back in 2025.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wasn't Bond listening. He said, I'd be like, don't tell them that. But no, this is really great. I know this place is going to like really be great, because the texture of the fixtures. So what input did you have? I know you're giving a model the credit, but I know you had input in how everything is aesthetically beautiful.
So, he actually is a really good visionary for the decor and stuff like that. When I feel like things start clashing, then I'm like, okay, maybe not that so much. One of the things that I did have input on was the color. He wasn't so sure about the yellow. He thought about it first, but then he wanted to switch it up. And I said, no, yeah, the yellow's great, it's vibrant. And in here, though, we did change it up because we wanted this to be more classy. We wanted to tone down the color in the hall.
That is really smart. And I could see why that would be stressful, because yellow is such a wow color, but it bounces off so beautifully the way that it actually came out. So you saw that it was going to brighten up the place.
Yes, and I love that. And because that's very typical and common of Indian culture to have very vibrant colors. So I was like, no, stick with that. That's definitely part of already what we're trying to do here at the restaurant. So I think that's great over there. And then, but I said inside the hall where we might have a wedding or who knows what type of event, we don't want things to clash. So let's try to keep some neutral colors in here.
So you can actually DoorDash here and everything?
Yes, that's correct. We do DoorDash and Grubhub. So if people want to get some of those favorite Indian dishes straight to their home, we can make it happen.
And I bet that's convenient with the hospital right there too. Yes. People want to just...
Exactly, yeah. And it works out for them because they probably don't have a lot of time, on their break. And so no problem. We'll get that right over to them.
Yeah, some of us are just lazy. Thank you so much for showing me this place. And then to go to the venue, can you give that information really quickly to our viewers so they could see if they are planning a wedding?
Yeah, definitely. So it's Parkview Event Place. We are on social media. We are very transparent with our pricing and our availability. Our calendar is posted on our website, so you can see like, hey, is my date available and how much does it cost? No problem, it's posted right there. One of the things that I noticed that sometimes venues, for whatever reason, don't always post their pricing, and I feel like it's better to just kind of share from the get-go, because that's the first question that couples have. And so might as well be transparent, let them know. We don't have to waste anybody's time. They can just know right away. And the venue is pretty affordable as well.
And I bet availability is one of the biggest things too.
Yes, and they want to know like, hey, that's the common question. And there's just some popular months like May and October that we're just gonna book out from like a year and a half ago. So it's great to be able to just look real quick. Is my date there? If not, I'm gonna have to pick something else.
Last time I talked to you was before COVID. Last time when we interviewed and everything.
Goodness.
So what happened? How did that affect you guys?
It did, but also not really, because we're an outdoor venue. So there was a time where like they were, when COVID was barely beginning, they were allowing outdoor venues to do functions as long as you kept people away a certain amount of distance. So we made it work. put the regulations in.
So the outcome was kind of good because a lot of people had to get kicked out of their venue. So did you get a lot of last minute, like, we still want to get married, but we want to get married? So that kind of helped. Some businesses helped.
Yeah, we were just barely starting the venue, and then COVID happened, but we made it work.
So anytime people wanted, like, hey, we still want that day at the place, can we switch it to you?
That was
happening. So you were a busy bee.
Yeah, exactly. It actually didn't affect us as much.
I'm so glad, though. I'm actually really glad that worked out in that way for you guys.
So no, it was good. It was good, and we've just been operating ever since. It's been 5 years now that we've had the venue.
That's exactly how long ago it was since I interviewed you.
Yeah.
And I think it was around Valentine's Day. That's the funny thing, because I think we were talking about stuff like that too.
Yes.
So I know that's just a wedding venue. People have their own ideas on what they want to bring there. But are you guys good at also, because you've been doing this for a while, they're like, well, I have all this, but I need a band. Or I have all this, but I need a photographer. I bet you have a lot on lock, don't you?
Yes, I have a long list of recommendations. So when they ask me for a certain service, like, no problem, I can refer somebody to them.
You're practically a wedding planner.
Yeah. You end up turning into that. Yes, yeah. You manage a venue, and then you become very familiar with all the categories, and you have to be ready because couples are really lost sometimes. They don't always have a wedding planner. They need somebody that can help them a little bit, on some of answering those questions and at least referring them somewhere.
Or they think they know everything, they think they have it all, and then you bring up something like, what about this? And you're like, oh, I didn't think about that one.
And that happens a lot, yeah.
Like
exactly.
parking, security, all that stuff. Like
yeah, basics. They're like, hey, don't forget your knife and spatula for your cake, because they'll forget it. I'm like, how are you going to cut your cake? Yeah.
Oh, that's really important. I get to see. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you for visiting here. And like I said, we have the two spots. We have the small reception space and the large venue. And either one, we can certainly help them with their events.
Social media, where do we follow you?
Yes, we are on Parkview Event Place, and then also Fusion Indian Cuisine.
On Instagram and Facebook too, we can follow you.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah,
and then we can see what specials you guys are having,
exactly,
and what our Valentine's Day event will entail.
Yes, and we do have our open house coming up at the venue. It's on February 2nd. It's a Sunday from 12 to 3, and we want to kind of give a shout out on that event because we do that one once a year. We're enrolling vendors, anybody that has some sort of whatever service that they want to offer, come on by.
February 2nd. Okay, so what time does that start out?
12 p.m. from 12 to 3.
Okay, so it's a daytime event, and then anybody that's looking to either sell their services to a wedding or to who's getting married.
Yes, or a quinceañera if they're planning one, because those tend to be the top two things that we book for the most at the large venue. So that day we'll have a showcase of all different vendors of our facilities, and we'll have raffles. People can win stuff for their weddings for free, so that's great. Hey, come and win something. So yeah, that's a great day to visit. It's like what we call our wedding expo. Mm-hmm.
What's the bougiest thing you guys have ever had there? Have you ever had an elephant or a camel or anything elaborate? And you're outdoors.
I know, right? We have to be very mindful of the animals that people want to bring because it can potentially cause an issue. For example, we had a horse that was, a quinceañera was coming in on a horse. The horse slipped, and then the quinceañera fell. And after that, we had
terrible,
to.
Yeah, it's funny.
No, yeah, and it was really worrisome. So we were like, okay, we cannot have horses because we don't have the proper gravel for them. You need to
no animals.
We can be lenient on dogs, for ceremonies, they want to have the dog be the ring bearer, no problem. We can make exceptions, but we had to cut out horses from the contract because of the liability, and our floor is just not proper for them.
What about python? I would bring a python. That's
hey, that'd be great. That's okay. It is in the contract, by request. You can request certain animals, and yeah, we just have to get it approved.
Right on. Okay, so February 2nd, guys, we gotta go to the venue.
Yes, come on by.
So, what do you have for us today?
Yes, I have a couple things. I have a spicy paloma and I have a blackberry smash. What do you want?
What about the old-fashioned, the smoky one?
I have it.
Oh my goodness. Well, that looks really cool. So, I smoke old-fashioned because there's a little smoke coming and all that. But what's the specialties here?
Yeah, the special one is spicy paloma twist. Everybody like it.
Yeah. That's a tequila, right?
Yes, it's inside tequila and the skirt and the lime and with the spicy masalas on it.
What's most famous in India as far as a drink that you have that's kind of like a signature cocktail that's there, that's popular?
India whiskey is more famous. The cocktail is normal over there. Sorry.
Well, okay, let's do the spicy old fashioned. And then, how long have you been around with the business, with the Peeps?
In the business, I just not even a year, just some months, like 7-8 months in this.
Did you start at the other location?
Yes, I did, but there was no bar over there, so.
Oh, so now you got the tools.
Yes, everything is new for me, but I'm doing it.
Well, surprise me. I like the smoky old fashioned because it looks cool. But whatever you got ready, let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do the old fashioned smoky.
You make everything look cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So you were telling me last time I was here about the you're going to have beer in the summertime, perhaps, because we have the distilleries, all of that. So how do you do that?
We're gonna start with in the summer. We're gonna start this one in the summer. We're gonna get new recipe for the beer, and we're gonna make a new one.
So it's gonna be like your own beer. That's really cool.
Yes. So the thing is, right now it was a little bit gonna be late if we do that one. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yes. So we try to do it easy. So, but in summer we're gonna do it. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm gonna make spicy for you guys.
Well, I can come here and try out the beers when you guys get to that point.
Yeah, sure.
When you guys get your brewers in here.
Yes, it's nice.
How long have you been bartending in general?
In general, I would say like from couple months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just started with them.
Yes.
You're so good.
Thank you.
I feel like you've been here forever because you're just the way you make drinks. You're like a scientist.
No, I just from
Are you
couple
going to be
months.
brewing the beer too? Or?
Yes, I'm interested in that part. Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
that's a lot of science to learn. I love how the light changes on the fixtures above.
Yes.
I have never really seen that anywhere in a restaurant. This is so beautiful. This is visually stunning.
So I just add a little bit sugar. It's called, and this is bourbon whiskey in that one.
So I guess if you're on a keto diet, don't get the old fashioned.
And now I'm gonna add the bitter.
You make all your cocktails with love.
Thank you. Tea with bitter. I'm gonna add a little bit of agave. Just a little bit. Right here. And now I'm gonna mix it.
That's what gives it that little kick. I've never put that in an old fashioned before,
Yes.
so that's really cool.
Just a little bit ice. And now I'm gonna mix it for like 15 seconds, 13 to 15 seconds.
You're here all the time, aren't you?
Yes. Now I'm gonna get the glass, the fancy glass for this one, and I need one.
We got our special cube for the
Yes.
smoky old fashioned.
Here you go, guys. I just need this thing. Here it is. Here you go. Now we're gonna make it smoky, and I have everything here.
So how much whiskey is in there? Like a shot?
It's two ounce,
shots.
2 ounce. And which flavor you like? You like apple, cherry, oak?
Surprise me.
Which flavor you want? You want apple?
Sure. I
Yes.
like all of them.
Okay, we're gonna make apple. Here we go. It's gonna be too much fire over here. You're gonna see.
Don't try this at home. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells amazing.
So
This is really cool
we're
because
gonna keep close the top until we got the customer. We're gonna give you like
wow.
that.
I see it all in there.
And
Up, up,
I'm
up.
gonna open it right here though. Here is old-fashioned smoky ready for you.
That's amazing. It's just
It's
the right
good.
amount of sweet and like strong. Actually, it's really sweet. It's very deceptive. So only
thank
get a
you.
few when you come here. Eat a lot of food.
So
Do you guys have any happy hour specials?
yes, we have a draft beer. Like if you guys order anything from happy hour, the draft beer is free.
Oh wow! It's
Yes.
beer's free.
Yes,
What time is that?
it's from 3 to 6.
3 to 6. That's a
Yeah.
great time.
Yes, 3 hour. Like if you order chicken wings and if you order our special Afghani chicken, which yes, that's
Is
also
that every day?
Yes, every day.
So if we order wings, we get free beer.
Yes.
Oh
and,
my
and
God.
Sunday is a football game. It's all day.
Wow! I didn't
Yes.
know that. So last time I was here, well, I should have gotten that. Okay, next time. You just want me to come back every day, huh?
Please.
You keep giving me a reason to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I will
Thank you.
ask, what's your name?
My name is Dilawar. You can call me D. It's
So
his name.
ask for D when you come out, guys.
Sure, guys. Most welcome. Just come in.
I am here with the owner, the man that makes everything happen. I'm so happy to be here.
Hello.
How
Nice to
long-
meet you.
How long have you had your Shaw location?
At Shah location, I think it's been 1.5 year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then this opened up, so you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
we just barely opened yet. It's like around almost like 4 months ago.
Is it the same? Is it Fusion as well over there?
Yes, that's like same but little difference over here. There's the chaat corner. That's like street food. And
Yeah, you don't
this-
have a bar, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a bar too.
Oh, okay, so this is where you go for the bar. So this is where I'll be.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you came up with this amazing menu. Tell us a little bit about the menu.
So amazing menu is comes with like we have we have a lot of things now. We add pizzas, we add like chicken wings, we add like chaat things, lot of things.
And then what's
Yeah.
this over here? Is this the chicken?
This is
a
for
spicy
like
one, right?
this is a chicken for we're gonna make like a chicken tikka masala. That comes with the sizzler.
And this is the spicy one.
Depends on you guys or
So it comes as
customers,
a
like
base,
a
and
medium,
then,
mild, and
so right
spicy.
now it's okay, and then you add according to what we
Yeah,
want.
we add like a spicy things.
What's your favorite on the menu?
Afghani chicken. That's the best one. Everybody loved it.
Oh my! Is that what I had the first night I was here?
I think so. I don't know you eat or not, but like
Oh,
everybody
I ate it like the chicken. I ate all of it, but I was like, I think that's what it was. It was so amazing. I knew that's what it was.
That's the favorite Afghani chicken. It's on the menu too.
And the
Choose
fresh,
favorite
I mean,
Afghani.
everything you make is so fresh.
Everything we make fresh.
How do you guys do that? Like,
Yeah, every day is like a morning. The guys do like a couple hour before when we open yet. They're gonna be like preparations for everything first.
and the naan
Okay.
you make fresh in the morning.
Yeah, make a naan for every day. They're gonna make fresh naans.
And then you even make hamburgers. A lot of places don't. A lot of Indian places don't have beef at all. You guys decided to incorporate that for your customers. How did that decision come about to actually have some beef burgers?
Yeah, actually, I love that things. Actually, I love making foods, so I want to be do right. So I want to be customer came and they're gonna be eater and they're gonna go happy. So I really loved it.
And Valentine's Day, are we having a party here or what?
Yes, we trying to do plan on Valentine's Day.
Are you ever gonna have bands or concerts in here? It's so big. I feel like you could have some
Yeah,
music.
we couple like vendors. They contact us for like they're gonna bring the bands on the weekend times, but we are not done yet. Maybe we're gonna do soon. Oh, butter chicken is like that comes with the gravy. Like you're gonna dip with the butter naan and then eat. And like a favorite Afghani chicken, that's like a dry. It comes with a bone too. So you can have it like with the drink or like appetizer things. You can eat like this.
And I appreciate you guys made. My friends came and they had some low carb options, and you really had everything.
Yes, we have everything.
And you have a great happy hour.
Yes, we have a great happy hours too. Like a Sunday for all day, and another day for like 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's like wings for $1 and 99 cents for the beer. That's pretty much is gonna like.
That's my
so cheap.
favorite thing is wings and beer.
Yes. And our wings is like we have I think so 5 or 6 flavors for different kinds. So you're gonna do like a 6 orders, 12 pieces. So you guys do like a 3 something like that for different flavors.
I love that. Some places don't want to do that. They don't want to do half this flavor, half that. I worked at a place
but
like that.
we can do multiples.
Is there anything you don't do?
Yeah, we can do.
You do everything. Okay, so what are the guys preparing now?
The guys, he's gonna making naan. So other guys is gonna be. I think he's gonna.
Do we get to see a little bit of the making naan? Is that what it is? Is that like rising, or is that something else under there?
Yeah, they're gonna making naan. They're gonna prepare here first.
Okay.
Yes, and then they're gonna do there.
Okay, so what's he making right now? He's plating something.
He's gonna making butter chicken ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna do butter chicken ball. That's our famous actually. Other restaurant too, everybody is gonna be like order butter chicken ball, and right here is the same things.
I don't think I had that. Is it a ball?
It's a ball. It's gonna comes with the half rice and half butter chicken and 1 garlic bread. That's like comes with the meal. Yeah.
I never had the ball.
Yeah,
okay.
you try. You definitely try.
Is it sticky? Is it like something that you kind of
No,
like?
it's like a rice and butter chicken. It's like
Oh, and he's plating something else. What's that he's plating?
They like goat curry. Someone ordered for goat curry. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you loved it.
So the naan's in there? Is that in the flames?
Yes,
is
it's
that
in
what's
there.
happening?
Yeah, you can see that.
Oh my goodness, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever
check.
seen it being made like that. This is how you're supposed to get it done, I guess.
Yes, you can check. It's right there.
Oh my gosh, no wonder it's so butter soft and it just melts in your
Right,
mouth.
right.
How do you get something like that? That's how it's supposed to be done? Do you have one of those at home?
No.
Yeah.
It's very big. Yeah, but it's good. It's fun. We have too many things. Like did you see the menu? It's like
I saw that, the menu.
It's like pretty big.
And you guys even have breakfast.
Yes, we have a breakfast on the weekend. It's on we started now on Sunday, but maybe we start on Saturday too. So hopefully we do, because we start one day, like almost like a couple of weeks ago, and people loved it. It's like our omelette. It's like a veggie omelette. Yes, people loved it.
I
think
had
you
that.
come
That
too,
was
right?
really good. I loved
Your family
it.
comes too,
we
right?
loved it. All of us loved it. We had a big table there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So is your Valentine's menu going to be the same as what you have every day?
Every day is gonna be the same menu. So, but Valentine's Day we're gonna making good plans. So it's like, hopefully it's gonna be people comes a lot, because a lot of people call us like, did you plan?
Well,
Like,
you
for
do
the
weddings,
Valentine's
and
Day?
you've been doing weddings for a long time, so I'm sure you'll have something great for Valentine's Day. You know how to make everything fancy.
Yes. We do best. I'm pretty sure you loved it.
So when you came in here, how hard was it because of the fire and all that happened with Riley's? Did you guys have a lot of cleanup to do?
Yes, it's a lot of mess. So we did like a deep cleaning, almost like 15 days for one by one things to clean up, because it's gonna kitchen is gonna really mess too. So my guys are gonna worker is gonna deep cleanings all. We change a lot of things over here. We do a lot of things on the remodeling.
You renovate, yeah. It
Yeah.
looks like a whole new place.
Yes, whole new
You
place.
started almost from nothing.
Exactly. We did a lot of things. Still we do working on it. Like whatever is like a scene that like this is not good, we need to change. We can change it right away.
So you had the venue, you started the wedding venue around 2019.
Yeah.
And then you had the Shaw location
Yes.
for the last couple of years. Now you have this
Right.
one. When did you get your start? When did you come here? What was the dream when you came here?
Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I'm like not lazy person. So I always trying to do best. Like I always like I'm gonna do things. I have big dreams. I'm gonna achieve something.
Everything you do is great, but what was the original? Were you always going to start restaurants or venues? What was the plan?
I don't know how it comes. Like my planning only for focus on venue, but like I don't know how I start in catering and how I start to open the restaurant for the Shah location.
So food was almost secondary, and then you
Exactly.
became good at it. People liked it, so you're like, okay, we'll keep going with it.
Right, and people loved it, and we try to do best all the
So
time.
this is what it looks like served.
Yeah, there's the garlic breads now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So tell us about the history of like when you first got the wedding venue. How did that even come about?
I got that spot like for the venue spot. It's been a long time ago, almost like 15 years ago. So 2018 or 2017, we planning to like build a venue over there. So then 2019 we build a venue, and after that is coming COVID times, right? So everybody is gonna be try to do outdoor parties, right? So that time my venue is gonna be like famous, like quinceañeras, weddings. A lot of people is gonna be booked on that spot. That time in Fresno, I don't think so. Is gonna be many outdoor venues, like maybe couple, one for my, one for other one, and that time is gonna big hype for our venues. Is gonna be open area, and then like after a couple hours, like a 2022 around, and my friends told me you start catering because you have a event over here all the times. Then we start catering. When I start the catering, then my friend said like try to open restaurant, your food is amazing. So then I'm looking that spot. Then I was look at that spot on Shah location. So then we getting more ideas how we're gonna start it, what food we're gonna use it. So then customer came, they loved it, and we busy on that spot, and then we're gonna start another location for this one. That's history. It's not like so complicated, but God is gonna be help. He's gonna be help all the time.
You're being modest. I know it takes a lot of work. You're practically married to the job.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your idea in creating? I think this is visually stunning. And creating all of this, what was your vision when you were like the inside? Because to me, it looks so amazing. It's so beautiful. I don't think we have anything as beautiful as like the inner of the bar, all the lighting that you have in the bar, the private room, the wood on the private room. How did you create all of that?
Actually, when I opened the venue, that time I was like that one I built by myself, like create the designs by myself.
Oh yeah, you built from the ground up with that.
Yeah, ground up from there.
Right.
That's why that time we have a lot of ideas. Then I built a second location for the restaurant.
Right.
For the first one. Then it's gonna more ideas comes on. It's like automatically. I don't know how come the ideas. I'm not gonna.
The lighting though, how'd you come on? I don't see any light. I saw the lighting moving everything on the bar, right?
I know. Just look at online.
And you've done that with the venue, so you're like, I'll bring some of that here.
Right.
That's really pretty.
Yes.
I love it. Well, everyone needs to come on and record. Are you good at updating social media so we all know to come out here and what's happening what day?
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, we have Instagram. We have a Facebook too, and I have a social media person. So he's gonna be handled for Instagram and Facebook.
Super Bowl. Are you guys having Super Bowl here?
What's that?
Super Bowl? The Super Bowl?
Yeah, we did Super Bowl too. So I'm gonna try to planning for Super Bowl too, actually.
So we're gonna look at Instagram and Facebook to see what's happening for Super Bowl and Valentine's Day.
Yes, have to.
We got the day for the men and the day for the ladies. So check it out online, everyone.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh I must confess dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't wanna be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend.
It's a